keep seeing videos on Pinterest of how to make the little pipe cleaner animals, and I gave my guy really long legs. Oh well. There's a hair on my mouth. I'm having a day, but I just followed a video and made this little guy. The video that I watched was by Fuzzy Pipe on Pinterest, and I keep seeing the videos on Pinterest. They walk through it, but they walk through it fast, and this is small scale. And they don't say anything and they don't tell you what you need. So I'm going to try to deconstruct my little dude. And I'm starting with the bunny because the bunny's what I made. But the basis for all of your quadruped mammalian pals are going to be the same. 4 pipe cleaners. So take your pipe cleaner. We're going to use 4 pipe cleaners. Length of the thumb. Pinch. About 1/3 of the way down. Pinch. Give it a twist. 2 twists if you're fancy. That's your ear. Come up, come down. That's your second ear. Give the whole thing 2 full twists. Okay. And this long piece is going to go in front and behind. Tight on the back, loose on the front. So loose on the front, tight on the back. In front and behind the other way. You can probably hear my cat scratching at the door because he wants to go outside so bad. But he's not allowed outside because he gets into fights with all the other cats around town. And I'm just pinching and prodding to make sure that my 2 loops are pretty even. I want them to be about the same because those are the 2 cheeks for the rabbit. And then come in. So it just went this way, so I'm going to come around continuing. That way you're going to go under your 2 loops and make yourself some cheeks for this little rabbit. Give him some chubby little cheeks. And pull that kind of tight through. So we have 1 pass. Pass number 1, they start making arms right away. So coming down, my short, my long. And I'm not going to go much further out than my ear is. Pinch. And pull over. Down goes my cat. She's doing something ridiculous. Grabbing the second pipe cleaner. And I am going to attach it on this stem here. And just twist it on so that it's nice and secure. And little arm. And back. Give it a twist around the body. My little arm happens to also be where this piece ended, so I'm just going to tuck that down into the spine as well. So now I've got my spine, I've got my head, I've got my 2 ears, little cheeks, little nose, 2 very humanoid arms that are not symmetrical. Let me fix that. Where it looks about symmetrical with the other, I'll join it to the spine again like it was with 2 very good full body twists. Okay, and then the legs are the same concept as the arms. They just come out and then go back. I like my legs just a little bit longer than my arms because I think it's cuter. More realistic. It's not that serious though. Alright, now I've got this strange looking stick dude. Alright, this is the part where the video lost me a little bit the first time, but we're just going to start wrapping the body. So come around the back and the front, and just putting a few bands in the torso, up and over the shoulders when you get to it, and then back around into the torso again. And you add another pipe cleaner. You want to try and feed it under one that already exists, one that's already wrapped. Let me see how I fed it under. That just helps keep you nice and secure. And then I'm going to wrap the little end around the front so that when I come down over and around the body again, that little piece gets covered up There are no pokey bits. Okay. Couple extra wraps around the belly because I like a bottom heavy rabbit. And then a couple wraps around that leg and a couple wraps around this leg. Now I'm down to like a little nub. I'm just going to tuck it in. And pair of pliers can be very helpful here, but you can usually pinch and prod with your fingers. And there we go. And then I'm going to squish it back down. And then this last one, I'm going to start with the tail and then finish by using it to beef up the rabbit some more. So I'm coming up, and I'm going to come up and down. And then I like my tail to have 2 passes with the pipe cleaner to be extra chunky. So just up and down again, right like that. And then I'm going to twist it. So since my pipe cleaner is coming out this way, I'm going to twist that way. And just 1, 2 twists gives me a nice little puff. And then I can come down and wrap around the leg. I'm skipping the little foot. I like the little foot small. Back up the leg. Down the leg. Skip the foot, up the leg. And tucking in my slack. I'm going to tuck it into this belly piece. Right here. There we go. Now your little guy needs to look a little bit less human, probably. And just pose his legs, pose his little arms. Make sure you like his face. So a rabbit face, we're going to grab these little cheeks and pinch and push, make an upside down Y. And grab his little nose and squish his face down like a triangle a bit. And this is another spot that pliers can be really helpful, especially if you're going to make a bunch of these. I don't like how beefy his little neck is right now, so I am just going to push his shoulders down a little and see if I can't squeeze these to be closer in on his neck so that it's a little bit more defined. And then because I bumped his face, I have to reshape that. Right now he's got his shoulders slumped. And then in those videos, they go through and they trim up some of the fuzzies. You gotta be very careful because it doesn't grow back, but they trim up some of the fuzzies. See if I can get his little feeties to stick up on this one. Little feeties. The fuzzies don't grow back, so they trim them for shaping. They use the pliers to get the really good pinch where they want really good pinches, and then they use a little brush to paint on colors. But I think I'll leave this guy with both of his ears upright. Just throw them at you. I'm not gonna color him. I kind of like where he looks a bit like he's made out of candy. And so I've got my little fuzzy bunny dudes. They take probably 10 minutes to do once you figure out what you're doing, and 4 pipe cleaners each. But I'm excited to make bears. So obviously bears have smaller ears and rounder faces. So when I go to do the bear, I'm going to make a smaller fold on that 1/3 down for the ear. I'm just going to make a little nub, do a couple of twists, a little nub, and a couple of twists. After I make my 2 passes for the cheeks, I'm going to make 3 wraps through so that this head is filled up and round. And then the rest of it should be pretty much the same as the bunny rabbit. And that sort of tweaking will get you through most animal shapes. Cats and dogs are going to have a longer tail. You might need to use a 5th pipe cleaner to have enough to make a long tail, but everything else would be relatively similar. And then pliers can help you really pinch and get the shape that you want to make them super defined.